put this up. All right. Okay, so here we go. Let's go into, yeah, let's do that. All right, blow it up real quick. So the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO. All right, the 7 heads equal the 7 governments or kingdoms ruled by Esau. So them 7 heads is Germania Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, all right, that's Spain, which was also known as the Iberian Peninsula before it was split in half with Portugal and Spain, okay? The British, the Greeks, okay? The British and the Greeks. And then, the Greeks, Germania Minor, okay? I skipped over Germania Minor, all right? And then, of course, the horde, the great horde that runs upon the beast, that rides upon the beast is America, okay? Oh, yeah, might as well, go into the 10 horns, okay? The 10 horns is, so it says the 10 horns represent why is it blurry? Okay, the market or the European Economic Community, EEC, established in 1958. Today, the EEC is known as the EU, all right? The European Union. It says the 10 original states is Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Ireland, England, and West Germany. Okay, and the beast is NATO. All right, and the beast is comprised of, and NATO, if you don't know, means North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And then they also have OTAN. They also have OTAN. They spell it backwards too, which I think they have it in Spanish or something. Then it says NATO was established, okay, in 1949, consisting of, it's kind of blurry, so Salaki, consisting of 19 nations: Greece, Italy, Spain, France, West Germany, United Kingdom, Portugal, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Turkey. See, Turkey is in there. United States, Poland, Hungary, and Czech Republic, Norway, and I think that's I can't see it, it's blurry. But just look up the original NATO members, 19 NATO members, and then the 10 EU members. Okay, that's your beast, okay, which is NATO, and then the 10 horns on that beast is the EU. So that's what we're reading about. So it says, verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Right, and that's that homosexuality, man. Okay, and America, Babylon the Great, made homosexuality the law of the land, man. That's another reason why this place is going to be judged, man. Okay, all these moles out here, Verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And the apostle say he went into the numerology. Apostle, I got a video, I'm not sure if it's still up, They probably shut the channel down. I think it's on this other channel. What is the 666 mark? So, if you haven't seen that video, man, but the apostle went into it, the numerology of Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, and it equals 666, man. It equals 666. And I saw the woman, or America, Babylon the Great, drunken with the blood of the saints. And that was going back to slavery, okay? And when we was on them ships, how they would just toss us overboard, or hell, they would just put us to death on them ships, man. Those of us that was on them ships, they would put Israelites to death on them ships, man. Okay, and you got this doctrine out there. I was gonna do a video on it this week. Didn't get around to it. But there's a doctrine out there that these jakes are pushing. It's not no camp or anything, but it's just some jakes. And then Godfrey was on the dude channel, but they're pushing that Jake didn't go into slavery by way of slave ships, and that's totally off, man. That's way off. If I get the chance, I'm gonna do a video on it and show the channel and show the video of the cat talking about it, but that's way off because it talks about us going into slavery by way of ships in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, man. That's how we know who the Israelites are today, man. So we did go into slavery by way of ships. First, the Northern Kingdom, all right, because you had the Taínos that went. You had Columbus in them that gathered up the Taínos and took them back into over to Spain, man. That's well documented history, man. Okay, but you got some jakes that's trying to say that didn't happen, and then you had jakes that on West Africa, man. Esau rounded up Jake. Okay, you had them Hamites rounded up Jake and them Ishmaelites that rounded up Jake on the west coast of Africa and sold us into slavery by way of ships, man. Okay, so just want to clear that up. So there's a lot of blood on the hands of these heathens, but especially Esau. It says, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. Okay, and that's gonna come in these last days. Some of us are going to be martyrs at the hands of Esau, man. We're going to be killed. We're going to die as martyrs, man. Martyrs means witnesses. So we're going to be killed for being witnesses of Yahushua, which is a blessing. It says, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. That's why everybody, all these nations are admired by America, man. All right, they have that great admiration for America, and they want to come over here and make it. They want to fall asleep, and get the American dream. Okay, but this is one of the greatest nations that's been on this planet, man. The Most High established this place. All right, verse 7. It says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast, which is NATO and the EU, okay, and the woman is America. The beast that thou sawest was and is not. What was that? The Roman Empire, man, because the Roman Empire fell, okay? The Roman Empire fell, remember? The Western Roman Empire fell, and the Eastern Roman Empire continued, okay? That was the what they call the Holy Roman Empire, or they call it the Byzantine Empire, okay? Which was over in Turkey, all right? It was over in Turkey. Turkey was known as was it Constantine? All right. Well, I think that was a ruler. Okay, but it was Byzantine, I think. They called the capital Byzantium, I think, and then you had Constantinople, which I think is the same place. All right. Gotta look it up now. You want to be right. You want to be spot on. All right. So Constantinople. Let me see. I'm gonna say old name or ancient name of Turkey. Because you see these countries, a lot of countries have changed their names over the years. Like Persia, for instance, is Iran. Okay, but back in 1933, that's when they changed their name. Before that, I think it was 1933 or 1935, but before that they were known as Persia. Okay. Once again, Esau don't want to get to the point, man. Okay, but Turkey, all right, Byzantine period. Byzantine Empire. See also Byzantine Empire, Constantinople. Constantine I chose Byzantium to be the new capital of the Roman Empire, see? And that was Jake's ruling, all right? Constantine was a Jake, all right? Was an Israelite, all right? he chose Byzantium to be the new capital of the Roman Empire, and this was in 324, all right, AD, renaming it New Rome, following the death of Theodosius the First in 395, and the permanent division of the Roman Empire between its two sons, the city, which will popularly come to be known as Constantinople. See, so Byzantium and Constantinople is one and the same place. Became the capital, the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. See, which once again that was Jake, the Holy Roman Empire, and that's where you had all them the wars, what they call them, the Crusades, right, between Jake. It was all Jake, the Muslim Jakes, and the I shouldn't say the Muslim Jakes, but the Jakes that was worshiping Islam, right? That was worshiping Islam, and the Jakes that was worshiping Christianity. Okay, that's your whole Crusades. That's what all that was about. And it was Jake, all right, and they was fighting over getting Jerusalem, man. It says this this which would later be branded by historians as the Byzantine Empire ruled most of the territory of what is today Turkey. See, so what is today Turkey? Now you got them Edomites that got into that land, man. All right, them Edomites that got into that land. But back in the day, you had Esau that couldn't do business, man, because Jake was ruling. Okay, Jake was ruling during that time. They had a road called the Silk Road that went through Turkey. Okay, they called it the Silk Road, and pretty much everybody did business on that road, man. All right, it went from Asia, it went from Europe to Asia, man. Right, everybody did business on that road, you know, and people weren't doing business with Esau, okay, because Esau was put down for 1,000 years. It says the Byzantine Empire ruled most of the territory of what is today Turkey until the late Middle Ages, while the other remaining territory remained in Sassanid Persian hands. Okay, so it's just a little bit of history, you know, but they ruled from the 300s, all right, around 324, 325 AD to the 1300s, the late 13, well, I should say into the 1400s, okay? They began falling in the 1300s, and they totally fell in the 1400s when the time of the Renaissance came, okay? That's when you had the Renaissance period, when Esau came back into power. Okay, so it says, going back, Revelation 17 and 8, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. Where's the bottomless pit? Europe. See, you got people that come and they come with that mythology, talking about, oh, we're coming out of hell. You know, this beast is going to come out of hell, you know, where the devil is and the demons and people go to burn. And no, man. Bottomless pit is talking about Europe. It's that simple, man. Okay? That's why a lot of people say, oh, this is all fairy tales. No, this is a book of prophecy and a book of history, man. Okay? It says, and go into perdition. So this happened already. Okay? This happened already. So it says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, which is Rome, the fourth beast, the legs of iron, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they, right, and Esau is known as the sons of perdition, man. Okay, which means sons of destruction, sons destined to be destroyed. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. That's Esau. When they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. See, so it came back into rulership. It came back into power. Right through the revived Roman Empire, which was around 1957 to 1958, through a thing called the Treaty of Rome. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, which is synonymous with governments, on which the woman sitteth. The woman being America, okay, and government. Mountain summit. Okay, that's why they even say the summits. all right? The G20 summit. See? So you see how all this ties into scripture, man. All right? A summit, that's the highest peak of a mountain, man. Okay? Verse 10. It says, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is yet to come. Okay? That's the Greeks, the Spanish, and Germania. Okay? Germania, major and minor. The Gauls, which are the French. The Gauls and the French. Okay? Okay, so it says, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th. All right, that's America. Okay, and this goes back to Daniel, man. All right, this goes back to Daniel. I think the either the 7th or the 8th chapter. Okay, either Daniel 7 or 8. It talks about that 8th or that little horn. You know, that little horn. Here we go, Daniel chapter 7. Verse, let's get verse 7. Let's start at verse 7. It says, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and snapped the residue with the feet of it. That's talking about the Roman Empire. All right, that 4th great beast. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. See? It had 10 horns. So we just read about the 10 horns earlier, okay? Verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Who's that little horn? America, because America came out of Great Britain. Okay, America came out of Great Britain, see? It says, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up. Who's those 3 first horns? Spain, France, and Britain. Okay, which is England. Okay, Britain is England. Okay, and how were they plucked up? Through those 3 wars, man. All right, the Revolutionary War, the Spanish-American War, and the French-American War. Okay, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. All right, so that's talking about America. So for all those people that say America ain't in the Bible, there you go. All right, I just proved it. It is in the Bible. Okay. So it says, and the beast that was and is, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth in perdition, into perdition. Okay, that's America. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received. Come on, B. All right, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So that's the 10 horns, the EU, which is upon that beast, which is NATO. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. So they're going to give their power unto NATO. All right, the EU is. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. So they're going to fight against Yahushua when Yahushua returns, man. That's in Revelation 13, man. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if that bee, you know, it's on my mind. I wouldn't be surprised if that damn bee is a drone, man. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Esau got drones like that, man. It says, and that's in 2nd Esdras 13, okay? Them making war against the Lamb. That's the war in the heavens, okay? That's going to be that war in the heavens, right? It says, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. That's going to be the elect. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So right here in America, you have every people, every multitude, every nation and tongue right here in this land called America. All right, Babylon the Great. And that's another reason why America is known as Babylon, because that's confusion in and of itself, man. Okay. Verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. See, so those 10 horns the EU nations, okay, are going to turn and hate the whore. So the EU is going to turn against America, and it's already began. Okay, it's already began, and something's going to happen to where it's going to make the EU totally turn their back on America and seek to destroy America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And how's that going to be accomplished? By those missiles, man. Okay? It says, for the Lord hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the heavenly Father shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. See, so that's America, man. Okay? It's plain as day. It's plain as day. So, all these things are about to take place. Okay? That destruction coming upon America. And that's when that destruction comes, it's ultimately the Most High visiting this world. Okay? Because when those missiles are shot off, the spirit of the Heavenly Father is going to take over, man. And then the Lord is going to return. Yahushua is going to return before those missiles hit their mark and make impact. Yahushua is going to deliver his elect. Okay? And then Yahushua is also going to shoot fire from those chariots, those lasers, on top of the missile fire, man. And then make war with those that's over there in the Middle East. Okay? And destroy them. This is going back 2nd Ezra 6, and you know what? Because I started here. Let me go back up, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. I might skip around. Let me get verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follows? All right. So Ezra is asking, when shall be the end of this age? Okay, and the beginning of it that followed. All right. Verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, which was going back to Genesis, and it was all spiritual. Okay, it was symbolic. Okay. Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So right now, we're witnessing the end of Esau's age. Okay, we're witnessing the downfall of Esau's kingdom, man. Okay, he started during the time of the Greeks, and even when he came into power, this is what the scriptures say. All right, going to Maccabees. This is why Esau don't want this nobody reading this book. They took this book out of the scriptures, because it was in the original King James 16:11, but they took it out. And here's the reason why. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse I'll give verse 7. It says, so Alexander, talking about Alexander the Macedonian, reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bear rule, every one in his place. Right, those his generals. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years. And the evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay? So it's saying evils were multiplying in the earth, man. So this is definitely the age of wickedness, ruled by Esau. Ever since Esau came into power, okay, during the time of the Greeks, and he's continued to now, through the time of the Romans, through the time of the revived Roman Empire, all he's done was push wickedness throughout the earth, man. All right, so we're coming to the time of the end of Esau's rulership, which is the time of the end of the age of wickedness, man. Okay, so once the age of wickedness is ended, the age of righteousness will come into play, man. Okay, so let me drop down 2nd Ezra 5 and 6 and 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. And when the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months. And that's because of this technology, man. You know, it's because of this technology. You know, you have a lot of babies that back in the day that would have died, that are still brought forth and live on to live a full life, you know, because of this technology, you know. And then, hey, like I said, a child shall speak, you know. What they say, a child of 1 year shall speak. You know, like what I always think about now is that video that Apostle Hart put up of the Abba up, you know, the little girl saying Abba up, Abba up. You know, so you have little children speaking. A lot of them now before they even a year old. You know, it says in verse 22, and suddenly so shall the sown places appear unsown. That's famines, man. Okay, like right now they're talking about coming the winter months. America may experience unprecedented famine, man. And all these fires happening out in California. You know, you got these hurricanes happening, which is destroying crops. Okay, a lot of floods are destroying crops, and just lands getting no rain. Okay, that's destroying crops, man. You know, what they call droughts. Droughts bring about famines. Famines bring about disease. Okay, famines bring about disease. You know. So they're saying there's a hardcore famine coming right here to America, man. They're telling the farmers to dump their crops. The government's telling the farmers here in America to dump their crops. Okay? So the sown places are appearing unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All these food stores, the Aldi's, the Dominick's, the Jewel Oscos, the Safeways, the Fred Meyers, the like the Apostle always bring out the BJ's, you know, and whatever else store is out there. All right, the storehouses are gonna be empty, man. All right, just hey, that whole at the beginning of the COVID-19 stuff, right? 1984 pandemic. You seen people running in. First, they was getting tissue paper, like a bunch of idiots. They was running in the store, running down the tissue paper aisle, getting as much as tissue paper and paper towels and the sanitizer, everything that won't keep you alive, number one, you know. But then after a while they started getting the food and stuff. And when you went into the store, all the food aisles was empty. Well, that was just a preview of things to come, man. Because this next wave of whatever that's coming, okay, it's gonna make that look like a walk in the park, because the stores are gonna fully be empty, man. And there's gonna be people in there fighting over food, man, fighting over water. Okay, literally fighting over food, fighting over water, man. Okay, killing each other, not just fighting, but killing each other over food and water, man. Okay, so it says, and the storehouses are gonna be empty. So people are gonna be going to the stores trying to buy something, and it ain't gonna be nothing in there. Or if it is something in there, it's gonna be a loaf of bread, and that loaf of bread is gonna be like $20, $30, man, because of inflation. It says, verse 32, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. See? And the trumpet, okay, let me get it in Amos. Because the trumpet is this truth, okay? The men of the Lord blowing the trumpet. And now you see people, when they hear these things, now they're starting to get afraid, man, because they see these things taking place in the earth, man. Okay? They see these things taking place in the earth. And now it's causing fear upon people, man, because now it's coming to their doorsteps. And we've been saying this, starting with the apostles and the elders, a great millstone. We've been saying this, man, that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, that these things were going to happen, man. That these things were going to take place, and now it's happening. Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? See? So for a long time, since this trumpet's been being blown in the city, Nobody has been afraid, man. But now, the Most High is about to turn the heat up, man. And it's going to cause people to get afraid, okay? When people are looking for their next meal, they don't know where their next meal is coming from. They don't know where their next paycheck is going to come from, so where they can pay their bills or feed their children. All right? When Esau really rose in and showed his true colors, show his horns, and just start putting Jakes to death, okay? Then people going to want to listen in, you know? But for the longest time, nobody was afraid. But now the Most High is causing fear and dread to come upon this earth. It says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? Just like in Beirut, Lebanon. The Lord did that, man. Okay? Everything that's coming here to America, the Lord's going to do it, man. Okay? It's the power of Yahweh Bashana Rashai. All right? Verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. See? And in turn, the prophets are commanded to go out on the highways and the byways, which are these streets, and tell those secrets, man. Break down those secrets of the Heavenly Father, you know? Verse 8, the lion hath roared, who will not fear? The Lord power hath spoken, who can but prophesy? And hey, it's 2020, the year of prophecy. You can't help but prophesy, man. Okay? You even got the average people out there that's prophesying, man. Okay? You had Chadwick Boseman. See, that's the same dude, I think. I think that's another truck, but Salaki. But anyway, Chadwick Boseman, he prophesied his own death, man. You know? But concerning the end and its destruction to come, you have people that's actually talking about this now, man. All right? You have the average people talking about the RFID chip being a mark of the beast now. Okay, I was watching that live stream of Elon Musk talking about his brain chip, you know, and I was reading the comment boards and it was mark of the beast popping up. A bunch of people talking about the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. This is the beginning of them chipping humans, you know, with the mark of the beast, 666. See, so people are talking about these prophecies now, man. In 2020, the year of prophecy. And it's all the spirit, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashana Rashai, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful time we living in, man. Okay? Let me get this. Habakkuk, all right? One of my favorite scriptures. Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me when I am reproved. Oh, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said,